It's shocking to me how almost everything that was being said with the conversations I had, Robert, including with you and so many other people in mid-2020 came true. And I always tell people, even if it didn't, we should have allowed all these people to speak anyways, so we can have it, right?
You know, the First Amendment does not just protect accurate speech; it protects inaccurate speech as well. And,
Yeah.
you know, the First Amendment, they put the First Amendment in there not to protect popular speech, but to protect people who were, you know, saying things that were unpopular, particularly things that the government didn't like. And, you know, the idea that you can't criticize your government anymore is pretty frightening.
Yeah. Robert, where do we go from here? Because a lot of people would look, and we're almost to the end of 2022, and they'd say, well, it's over now. You know, they vaxxed the population, COVID's gone. We don't have to talk about this or worry about this ever again. What do you say about that?
Well, I think we're at the beginning, you know, and we've seen this with the monkeypox, the polio. You know, they have a new coronavirus from Russia. They're talking about this week, but there's an agenda which is you know, the pandemic preparedness agenda, which is now a $100 billion industry, and all of these people are determined to by all the events to keep this going. So I think that we really need to do not only a postmortem on what happened now, but we need to make sure that it never happens again. That you can't do lockdowns, you can't do mandatory mass vaccination. You know, you have to. We need to straighten this out now, because there's trillions of dollars at stake, and we got to make sure that they can never lock us down again.
When the winter comes and flu season comes and all those usual things, are we going to see various versions of what we've been through before this December?
Yes. We're already seeing it. You know, I mean, the Biden administration is saying everybody needs to go out and get their bivalent vaccines, which is the new combination, you know, Omicron flu vaccine, and the flu vaccines don't work. You know, that issue is out there. They also make it more likely that you will get sick. We've published for years, we've been publishing the data on the actual scientific studies, and they don't have anything that shows the flu vaccines work. They don't have anything. And there are lots that show that if you take that flu vaccine, you're more likely to get a flu, not that strain of flu, but get the next flu the next year than if you didn't take that vaccine. There's high, you know, statistically significant correlations between people who take the vaccine and people who get sick from non-flu infections and from different strains of flu.
And can you talk about your censorship? Like, how are you able to communicate with your community and the world? Because now you're off Instagram. I remember when you were on there, that was like the last channel you had. I think it was your defense fund Instagram. They took you off that. Are you able to communicate with people now, or is it now down to?
We have most people who get our stuff through the Defender.
Okay.
But no, I mean, it's very, very hard for us to communicate. If we could communicate, I think the world would look very different. Because people, you know, what we're telling the truth. And I think, you know, the powers that be do not want the public to hear it. And if I'm not telling the truth, then tell me where I got it wrong. Nobody's been able to find that.
Hey, do you want to profit from crypto? Then join my DeFi Academy. The Crypto DeFi Academy will help you create generational wealth. But don't take my word for it. Listen to my students.
When I first got into crypto, I remember thinking to myself, I need to learn more. Brian Rose, learning crypto, learning DeFi, gotta do it.
I am so grateful that I jumped in and did this. I had to break through some limiting beliefs that I can do this, that I can afford this, that I can be in this.
It challenges the things that are deeply rooted within us.
Joining DeFi Academy has been one of the best decisions I have made on my blockchain journey.
This course was a life changer, a game changer, a huge eye-opener, coming from knowing practically nothing at the speed of the learning over 4 weeks. Was just fantastic.
The information you provided in this class was
invaluable.
I feel far more confident in my next steps.
You took complex concepts and made them easier to understand.
What's different than so many other ones is it just doesn't tell you what to do. It actually makes you do it.
This is for people who are serious about becoming traders. This is the way it should be done.
I realized from this learning experience again that it is not about what you learn, but about who you learn it from.
The energy was insane. I've never experienced such incredible energy on a live call. Brian Rose, you are a legend, my friend.
It's the only thing in the market where you can get all information and learn everything what you need to know.
Everything is so clear and so well done, and I'm just forever grateful for this program.
It made me feel so much more confident about crypto than I did before.
I did not anticipate how passionate I was going to become about it.
It's also been like a big learning experience for me, not just in the crypto space, but just an overall balance of life.
What I've learned is, how to take ownership, of my life in a way that I really hadn't before.
Yeah, you can't put a price on that, really.
I would recommend it to anybody, top notch.
Excellence does not come cheap. So if you want excellence, you gotta pay for it, but it's so worth it.
Pull the trigger. That's what this course is about.
You're not going to regret it, really. It's amazing.
Thank you, Brian and team.
So what are you waiting for? Crypto is happening now. Click the link below, submit your application, and let me mentor you on how to create generational wealth and build the decentralized financial infrastructure of the future.